Oh, Robertinho. Robertinho engordou desde que ele começou o projeto, hein? Eles mudaram até as mesas ali, ó. Vai ter gameplay, ó. Quem tava perguntando pro gameplay já fica sabendo, ó.
That's some pretty loud music there, so thank you very much for the nice entrance. So hopefully you guys have been having a great day so far. I think the new format's actually quite fun. It was actually nice to run around a little bit and talk to people, say playing in Universum and see it. And hopefully you guys have gotten the opportunity to spend a little time and talk to some of the devs. I mean, we had the presentations in here, but also there was quite a few of the dev staff that were down in the atrium showing various things like the Planet, Solid, which is the planet.
Seja bem-vindo, Leonardo.
Solar system editors. And
chegou bem na hora, hein? Pouco mais tu não ia ver o Robertinho.
FOIP, the face over IP.
Nós estamos tudo aqui esperando o Robertinho.
Hopefully you did. It's pretty cool. It's made some strides since Gamescom and played in the planetary playground. So
that voice.
I think quite good. So let me. This thing's actually good. There we go. So there you go. Well, anyway, I was talking about the auditorium, where I think we had some pretty interesting panels. It seemed like the animation guys did quite well with their nice videos. And obviously the Pioneer panel we had just before here, which is something that I was saying actually when I was wandering around in the Universum side, is the extra amount of game mechanics that having the planets that we're building allows us. I think is pretty exciting because there's a lot of potential gameplay that goes beyond just straight sort of combat or trading, which is what you would typically get in a space game. So that's pretty cool. And then obviously, we spent some time talking about beginning of the Stanton system. And I don't know if any of you got a chance, but there's this really cool little My Radar app, which will now have the moons of Stanton and Delamar, which kind of pretty cool to watch it spin around on the My Radar app. And of course, the Raven was cool in the atrium, and so hopefully you guys, like I said, had a good time in the atrium talking to the devs.
Haven.
One of the things that we were doing there was letting you guys sort of get a hands-on with the weapons team. And we have a weapon that's sort of a special skin for CitizenCon, which you can get on the web, but for everybody here, I think a fair number of you were sort of hands-on with the team, and they were sort of helping. You guys were interacting, deciding, or giving hint or feedback on like what a weapon design or color scheme could be. So I picked the two best ones. There was a few more than here, but these are the two ones that I felt could be okay in the game. There was a few that were maybe a little more colorful. Or interesting, I should say. So what we're going to do, because everybody that is here in CitizenCon will get the weapon that we pick for free in their account, and they can run around with it in 3.0
Pedro, como é que tá, cara? Tá tranquilo?
So what I need you to do is pick. So we have A, so I want to, and then we have B. So I'm going to say, who likes A, and then let's see how loud you are.
Não, B. A B tá mais bonita.
Who would like to have A be the weapon they get? Okay, that's pretty loud, so let's see how the B fans are going to do. Who would like B to be the weapon they get?
Ganhou A. Eu achei a B mais bonita.
That sounded exactly the same. Okay, all right, we're going to do it one more time. Be really loud for the one you want. A.
Já ganhou a A, o cara não viu ali.
B.
Não, Gisele, tô na energético pra me manter acordado.
Okay, I think...
Valeu pelo follow, Pedro. Seja bem-vindo, cara.
All right, screw it, we'll do both of them. You guys.
Não, ele vai dar as duas. Ah. Tudo isso aí pra nada.
All right. And,
Robertinho, me dá pioneer, Robertinho.
You guys went and played in the Universum. You could play a little bit of a taste of kind of what it's like flying around and interacting on one of the moons of 3.0. And those machines are all set up with the fast octane drives and the Intel stuff. So I think it was pretty fluid. It was pretty cool. So hopefully you guys had fun. Who got to play? Who played up in Universum?
Pedreiro espacial, cara.
Okay. All right. And then, yes, you got to mingle with the devs, which was, I think, pretty cool. Hopefully you guys got to talk to other devs besides maybe me. Yeah? Okay, good. And then we had our live stream, which I did hear that there was some lag apparently on, but we spent a lot of money.
Sabe por que ele fez isso, alemão? Para acalmar a galera que estava chateado com o game.
So we're going to blame it on Twitch at the moment.
Ele vai dar aquela amaciada na carne, depois vai dizer assim, pois é, gente, 3.0, só em 2019, porque tu sabe como é que é, né? A porta da Constellation não tá abrindo direito, preciso de mais um ano.
Who knows? It's our curse. Anyway, here we go. So what's next? So right now, as most of you know, we're working on getting 3.0 out. We've currently got it in Evocati testing. Are there any Evocati members here? Okay, well, thank you guys very much, because you're dealing with the painful part of it, where it crashes a lot, and you guys have to sort of not concentrate on the fun, but concentrate on the errors. We say, please, we need a lot of people playing this thing.
Tu vai ser o engenheiro, eu sou o pedreiro.
But our QA staff never managed to do the things that you guys did to the servers. So we were like, oh, this is looking good. It's 30 frames a second. And we put it live to you guys, and it's like, now 8 frames a second. What do they got? Oh, they've got 20 star errors.
Acho que aquilo ali, cara, é o launcher, eu acho.
But yes, as I said, so we're in the final test, and one of the nice things about what we're delivering in 3.0 is also the delta patching. So, you know, on the dev side, we use it all the time. Our updates are way quicker. I think probably for you guys on Evocati, when you download, it's nice not to download 20 gigs every time there's an update.
Mas a vida dos Evocati devia ser uma droga, né?
So I think that's going to be better for iterative stuff, and it's definitely going to be better down the road for our sort of future.
Só pra mim que tá baixo, ou parece que ele tá cada vez falando mais baixo? Cara, que daria um novo launcher, cara. Vocês estão vendo o ícone ali do Squadron 42. E aquele negócio lá embaixo, lá, o que é?
Much easier, and getting sort of quick patches and updates is much less of a deal. And if you've got constricted bandwidth, I think it's definitely something you want. What are we going to do after 3.0 is out in the very, very near future? So we've decided going after 3.0 that we're going to shift to a date-driven model versus a content-driven model. So our goal is to do quarterly releases, and we're going to have a roadmap of features and content that we're working on. And the ones that sort of make the date get in that release, and if not, they'll shift to the quarterly release after it. And so the idea is to try to have more regular updates for you guys to play, so you can give us feedback and iterate on and see the game grow. Because 3.0, obviously, it's been quite a while since we delivered the last patch, which was 2.6.3, but really the last major patch was 2.6. So it's been, you know, whatever it is now, sort of since 2.6, 10 months or so. And that's just too long to sort of have a sort of content drought for you guys. So after 3.0, now that we feel that we've got the bones in place for the persistent universe in terms of, you know, fully persistent ships, characters, items, you know, the planetary system, item 2.0, you know, a whole, you know, the entire UI, the Moby Glass, all that's been revised. Feels like it's a really nice building block to be dropping on features as we go and content as we grow. So going forward, the plan on Star Citizen is to, like I said, be date-driven, not so much feature or content-driven, which 3.0 is sort of feature lock, because we have to deliver a lot of these things all together, else, you know, any individual one of them won't work. So I think that'll mean a better, sort of more regular experience.
Depois da 3.0, o Robertinho quer lançar a atualização muito mais seguido do que ele fez antes agora.
Not very good. So we're aiming to do that going forward after 3.0, and the new Delta patch is definitely going to be something that helps us do that, which will be good. You know, we're working on our sort of production report formatting, so next week we're going to update it, I think, to be a sort of a little more readable or understanding for the close down of 3.0, and beyond 3.0 we're going to present a full roadmap for the Star Citizen roadmap in terms of what features and content we're working on and what order.
Depois da 3.0 a gente vai ter tudo que o game vai ser produzido no schedule.
We'll also present a roadmap for Squadron during our holiday live stream.
Inclusive nós vamos ter o roadmap do Squadron 42.
For what we've been working on Squadron. So that's sort of our plan going forward.
Quem já estava comentando, Rodolfo, não duvido que eles não vão vender essas mesas futuramente.
I'm going to give you a bit of a preview of what we've been working on beyond 3.0 for Star Citizen. So this is the fun bit. So, Glenn, let's...
Ai, meu Deus. É agora.
The stage here, okay. So, as a lot of you would probably
Gameplay já,
recognize this. This is Astro Armada that's in ArcCorp, which you probably know from when we released the social module.
Que bonita Raven, cara.
You know, the new paradigm of Star Citizen is you can go to all these planets, you can explore all the planets. We're not just going to have a cutscene to go down to the surface and have a very limited landing area. So the old ArcCorp, you basically were in a sort of well-detailed first-person small level, and everything outside of it was sort of a, you know, kind of...
Já dá pra ver Lorville ali, ó, que é outro planeta. Uma outra estação, desculpa.
New planetary tech recon. So here we are.
Os NPC, cara, populando ali, ó.
The Ravens there, which is the you know, the spaceship that goes with the Octane.
Cara, eles vão mostrar o gameplay com o cara saindo da ArcCorp, eu acho.
Add the ability to buy or lease ships. So that would be, you know, the first place you're probably doing that would actually be on ArcCorp in the Astro Armada store. And of course, you're also seeing some level of our subsumption AI going on, which is also something we're continually working on improving. And next year, it will be even more self-aware. Right, let's head out.
Eles vão mostrar saindo da ArcCorp, cara. Ai, meu coração.
Okay, so we've got a bit bigger.
Nossa, tá muito mais vivo, parece. As cores. Acho que tem mais banners, eu acho. Nossa, cara, olha ali o efeito de fumaça, ó.
The big difference with ArcCorp that we have now is that there isn't really a skybox.
Os FPS estão baixos, né, cara? Vocês viram ali, né?
So, well, not real, it's digital, but...
Ou pode ser com problema na transmissão também.
It's there, it's a digital thing. So let's just head through the main
Olha os NPC, cara.
Area 18 here in ArcCorp, which, like I said, you guys will have known from the social module, although it's quite a bit different than it was in terms of scope, scale. Obviously, you can see a lot of the advertising and vibe stuff. But let's head out through the customs.
Sim, vai sair. Ai, meu Deus.
You're clear. Move along.
Praticamente shotou o cara, né? Tá limpo. Vai embora. Olha um cara em cima da cadeira.
So everyone's in a line, as always, if you're going anywhere to get through immigration.
Tinha um cara ali, indignado em cima da cadeira. Nossa senhora, meu, que tá bonito. Olha ali uma terapia, cara.
So, very Blade Runner-esque. We got going.
Bom. Ainda vai embora terapia.
This is a terrapin, which again isn't in 3.0, but is going to be just after 3.0.
Tá linda essa nave, hein?
Shouldn't really. Let's start the small amount, right? The new Aurora, perhaps.
Ó, isso aí era o alemão, ó. Ele chega, dá uma babada na nave dos outros, aí ele olha pra trás, ah, vamos embora da minha aurorinha. Parece que o sistema de itens 2.0 tá bem mais refinado. Aquela primeira apresentação tava assim, tava difícil acertar os comandos e tudo mais, agora tá... Nossa senhora, velho.
Engines are on.
Alright, let's take off. Let's go flying.
Isso aí não é 3.0, eles falaram que não ia ter ArcCorp agora. Será que ele vai andar pela cidade? Não.
Not sure we're going to let you actually get this close to the populated areas, but we'll let you guys do it.
Boa. Tá dando lag no meu PC aqui, Pedro, de tão foda que tá da apresentação, imagina. Imagina a hora que eu for pra jogar. Nossa, tá muito legal, cara. Olha a qualidade que ficou o painel da Aurora, meu. Olha só, cara, a cidade, o jeito como é que tá. Será que dá choque nas naves ali? Olha esse efeito de partícula, meu, da atmosfera.
So, what you're seeing here is ArcCorp, which is essentially a full-size, Earth-sized planet, completely covered with man-made structures, and at a real scale. So you're seeing everything to the horizon, fully covered. You can basically fly all over ArcCorp.
Ah, o efeito dos motores está bem legal, tá diferente. Olha só, cara, a superfície lá.
So that up in the distance is area 17, and we're flying over the suburbs now. So this is pretty much Coruscant.
Área 17, cara. Aquela cidade lá ao longe lá era área 17. Valeu a apresentação, pra mim já valeu a apresentação. Vou até fechar a live, já não quero mais ver. Será que ele vai ir para... Olha só que massa superfície, cara.
And actually area 17 over there is about 25 kilometers in distance. So we're just gonna... head over to it.
Bata muito bonito a superfície.
There's that tradition. Hello, CitizenCon 2947.
Será que ele vai para 17? Acho que não, né? Ó, isso aí é Afterburn, ó. Ah, olha só, cara. Essa é a geração procedural dos prédios, provavelmente, ó. Mas conseguirem gerar toda essa camada de prédios, assim, eu acho que provavelmente é tudo procedural. Será que eles vão pousar lá na 17? Já tá mais ou menos perto. Ó, Afterburn de novo. Ah, tá bonito, hein? Não, e o som. E a trilha sonora. Tá muito foda, cara. Tá muito foda. Para. Para que eu quero descer. Seja bem-vindo, meu Gilson. Obrigado pelo follow, cara. Puxa um banco aí, umas pipoca e aproveita aí a apresentação, hein?
We sort of feel like it has to be more than just one landing zone or two landing zones and then nothing else on the rest of the planet. So it has to feel believable at the scale of our universe. It's always quite a challenge, but some of the technology that we've been building is allowing us to do that.
Não vai ser mais só 3 zonas de pouso, cara, vão ser mais.
We literally have a planet covered by a city.
Eles têm realmente agora um planeta coberto por uma cidade, cara, não vai ser mais só uma zona de pouso. Sabe aquela ideia que o cara ia ter que pousar em ArcCorp e ia ter que usar um trem para andar por lá? Isso provavelmente ainda vai ter, mas, cara, ao invés de ter que pousar em ArcCorp e só chegar por lá de trem, tu vai poder chegar na área 17 direto de avião se tu quiser, cara, de nave. Nossa senhora, rapaz. Esse é o jogo que eu entrei como backer, cara. Esse é o jogo que... Sempre quando alguém me pergunta assim, cara, mas Star Citizen, cara, os caras estão pegando dinheiro à torta e direito, eles não constroem nada direito. Cara, a única coisa que eu digo pros caras é, eu espero. I believe. A única coisa que eu digo pra todo mundo é I believe. E olha só, cara, é isso aí, ó. Star Citizen pra mim é isso, cara. Os caras não vão mais entregar o mesmo projeto, eles vão entregar algo a mais pra gente. A galera não quer esperar.
So, ArcCorp is one of our planets. Let's gonna head up to space, I think, here in a bit, Glad. We can have a little view of Area 17 as we go beside it, though.
Imagina se ele bota nessa câmera, você perde e bate num prédio agora.
I don't think any other game's quite got this level of scale.
Acho que agora ele vai sair da atmosfera.
And that little the red cluster you see up there is actually the pyro system. So when we leave Stanford,
aquele ponto vermelho lá nos céus é o sistema de pyro. Mas olha a escala do negócio, cara. Incrível, velho, é incrível. Olha ali, cara, parece uns canyons que tem ali no meio, ó, com as rachaduras no planeta.
Well, don't worry, we're working hard on it for you guys.
Pra quem duvidava do projeto, agora o cara vai sair da atmosfera, eu acho.
To one of the space stations in orbit around ArcCorp. So I think I mentioned before that most of the big kind of more advanced or settled or industrialized planets will have quite a few space stations in geosynchronous orbit.
Nossa, o Afterburn agora tá mais longo, né?
A large ship like a Hull
tá diferente, cara.
Brings in cargo, you go to the space station and then the cargo can be offloaded and brought down to the planet. So we're just going to head to one of them. It's built using a new modular space station.
Agora eles vão para uma estação espacial que tem perto ali da ArcCorp, que é construído com a mecânica de estações modulares.
build them up in around the Stanton system and the other systems as we expand out. And the key is it's all, you know, we're not there's no loading screens or anything. We just flew up from the city, we were down in Area 18, then we were flying around these huge...
Afterburn tá bem mais demorado. Eu acho que, apesar da nave ela ter um limite de velocidade, vocês viram que a Aurora foi a 700 metros por segundo. Então quer dizer, acho que agora tem outros níveis de Afterburn, que nem estavam comentando, acho que nos últimos ATVs. Olha só que bonita estação, cara. Jurei que o cara ia bater, velho. Jurei.
Glenn's just showing off.
Ah, vocês viram ali o sistema de trem de pouso funcionando? Ficou suave o pouso, né? Não tá mais aterrissando um tijolo agora no chão. Até agora, fora um NPC que tava em cima, tava de pé num banco, não vi nenhum bug. Nossa, mãe, olha só que bonito, cara.
But to give you an idea of this is, you know, the beauty of the sort of Star Citizen 64-bit precision is like we fully, you know, it's all there. We're up here on a space station looking down on the planet.
Ah, que gerado tudo de forma procedural, cara. Todo o planeta, velho.
Jump? I don't know, Glenn. Should we jump or not jump? Nah, I don't think so, right?
Olha ali, ó, uma freelancer, ó. Uma freelancer numa Starfare. Que susto, achei que o cara ia cair na superfície. Pá, que bonito, cara. Vocês viram que agora ele tá usando o novo traje espacial? Não é o mesmo aquele que a gente está acostumado a ver, é aquele já o novo que tu pode customizar as camadas dele. A gravidade também é simulada conforme a distância do centro do planeta também. Tem gravidade aqui, mas ela é bem mais fraca. E vocês não estão entendendo, cara. É que não precisa esperar 5 anos pra jogar, cara. Nós vamos jogar 3.0 daqui a pouco. Daqui 1 ou 2 meses. Mas já é tipo assim, 10% do game. E 10% do game já é muito mais do que muito game que tem no mercado, hein? Ele não vai, acho que, entrar na estação, acho, mas ele falou que tu pega um elevador e vai para as outras áreas da estação depois. Ó, vocês estão ouvindo a respiração dele? Sistema de estamina funcionando. Ah, olha só os trens de pouso, cara, que massa que ficou. Ah, que show, meu. Eu não vi reentrada. Ou a nave queimar na atmosfera também. Ah, ele vai pra Lorville, cara. Lorville, se não me engano, eu não tenho certeza se é uma estação ou se é uma estação espacial ou se é uma cidade. Ó.
No, it doesn't look very big. That's because we're sort of zoomed out on the star map. But Lorville is 23,205,500, whatever that is, 968, 66 now, 68 kilometers away, which is quite a long distance. So should we start our quantum?
Será que ele vai pra lá? Ó, o Control Drive, ó. Ah, tá bonita, hein? Mostra dentro da nave, quero ver. Isso aí, nós não vamos ter na 3.0. Não na 3.0 agora, sabe? Mas tipo na 3.0 mesmo. Isso aí nós vamos acho que ter na 3.1. Hurston tá fora depois.
About 8 minutes. Now, and actually, in the gameplay side of things, it probably would actually take you longer for the journey because you probably get pulled out of Quantum by, you know, some other ships, and there'll be we won't probably let you go one jump directly to the other jump because there needs to be some time invested in getting there, like taking cargo or whatever else. But just a pure unaltered, uninterrupted jump's about 8 minutes at our quantum speed. So while we're doing that, we're going to take a little bit of time to reflect back on the tech that you saw on display. So, Sean, you want to come to the stage, and Alex Ramotti, who's one of the
O cara vai levar 8 minutos para chegar até Hurston.
And I'll hand it over to them to sort of talk about how we built some of the stuff you just saw.
All right, hi there everyone. So for those that don't know me, my name's Sean Tracy. I'm the tech director of content here at Cloud Imperium Games. And up here on stage with me is one of the bright minds behind some of the content that you saw there in Area 18 in ArcCorp, and behind some of the tools, and his name's Alex Ramotti. He's our lead technical artist at Cloud Imperium Games. So, figured whilst we're on our way to Hurston that we'd kind of show you a little bit about the tools and basically how we're going to go about filling, you know, hundreds of systems with just as many planets with, you know, meaningful content and things to do for you guys.
Agora eles vão mostrar as ferramentas que eles vão usar para criar e popular todo o universo. E aí, Strick, beleza? Como é que tá, cara? Já tá? Ah, seja bem-vindo, meu.
So go ahead, run the tools. All right, so the first one I want to talk a little bit about is our procedural city generator. So here, it's a top-down sort of tool that we've built for the artists and the designers, and what they basically do, they draw the perimeters of all their districts. Now, I realize it looks a little bit about like Minesweeper or even like a SimCity kind of look, but actually that's a really nice interface to this kind of thing. So you see what he's actually done here is all the T's are little transportation districts, and all the little yellow H's are actually an elevated area. So these are different districts with different properties within them. And it's important that all those districts connect to each other because, of course, if we got NPCs living there, that's going to be an important point. Then we hit fill the city layout. And this is when all the models and everything starts to get propagated. But I should mention, it's not just models, it's particle effects, it's NPCs, it's shops, it's signs, it's all kinds of different content that really make the game for you. The other important part of it is being able to set, you know, the actual districts. So it's things like commercial, residential, industrial, and you might have heard of these before. And he sets different heights. These ones are suburban areas, or suburb areas. And this is where, you know, the NPCs will live.
Cada daqueles quadrados ali é uma área diferente da cidade. Ó.
And we've got our city.
Isso aí para construção procedural, tá? Para popular o planeta. Então eles criam a zona e mandam
this comes from lots of artwork and really intelligent engineers. So you can see that in the distance is our elevated area. We've got a sort of industrial area that's been built up. You've got the signs, you've got the shops, and you could even see before when it was a little higher up that there's transportation between all of these districts, so you can still move around between, and that could be monorails, that could be roads, that could be whatever.
Falou, alemão, até mais, cara. Eu vou colocar o replay no domingo lá no
So as he flies
YouTube,
around, you can see that this was more the commercial kind of area. This is where you'd find some of your shops, things like Dumpers Depot. And then over here was that sort of suburb area that he actually built up. So again, it's a really powerful tool set, but it's really only one piece of the puzzle.
Não vai hoje, alemão.
So the next piece of that puzzle is building up the interiors to this. So keeping that same concept in mind, we load up a different tool set. And this one is called, we call it our layout editor. So this is our interior layout editor, and it can be used for all kinds of things. So here is our data forge editor. You might have seen this on ATV before. And this is where we set up all our, real meaningful data. So these are different libraries that are used. But for the artists and designers, what they actually use is a flow graph system. And each of those boxes or nodes are actually rooms. And each of the connections are hallways or doors
fora que tem o replay também no YouTube, no Twitch,
and you
né?
can see that all the rooms are connected in a certain way and in a meaningful gameplay way. So those are elevator shafts. We might have a mission giver room. We might have a treasure room. We might have a pickup room. We might have a secret room. There's all sorts of different properties that go within them. Once we've got that flow graph, we go to our editor, we load that flow graph, then we give it a deterministic seed, and click OK, and the tools go ahead and build that environment for us.
Cara.
So now, an artist...
A ferramenta de construção no interior deles é animal. Tu pode até criar missões, criar a sala de tesouro com alguma coisa para te pesquisar,
an artist or a designer could absolutely build this. There's no reason why they couldn't. But there's a lot to do here. So you've got to connect walls, you've got to put lights in, you've got to place NPCs. Even some kind of technical things. We've got to place atmosphere areas. We have our room system. We have a power system. And one of the problems with that is that, one, it's a little prone to error. So like, oh, if I forgot my link, I didn't name it right, or whatever. Or I used an art kit that the art team wasn't quite ready for, things like this. So it kind of mitigates that problem. But you can see there's very meaningful content. And we've got, a level of like Port Olisar already generated within a couple minutes. And again, design or an artist could absolutely do this. But again, we've got to fill a massive amount of content here. So he explores around a little bit. We can see that there was a shop earlier. I think we might have gone through Casaba, check that out. And the other thing about it is a lot of these sort of systems will only generate like a certain one floor. But again, if we put like a stairs node within it, we're going to get different levels. So here we load a different flow graph. This one is a different procedural seed. And it builds up right again. So again, we can regenerate and regenerate and regenerate so many different sets of these interiors. All right, so that's the second piece of the puzzle. And the third piece of the puzzle, and one of the more exciting ones, do you want to run the next video?
Is integrating it into our planet
ecosystems. So the ecosystems, and what happens in this video is we're changing some of the properties just off screen of the ecosystem scattering. So it actually scatters all of these assets. So again, the cities plus the interiors within them, and it integrates them seamlessly into the ArcCorp cities. So you can see there's Area 17 in the background. Kind of looks like LA with the smog. But we changed some of these different properties, and you can see the scattering happens over and over. So we're about to hit Hurston here. I'm going to go ahead and give it back over to Chris, but I really hope you guys enjoyed the tools and really thank the team for working on that.
Que animal, cara. Com essas ferramentas, eles vão conseguir construir um universo de uma forma muito rápida. Acho que agora o cara tá chegando, hein, Hurston? Aham. Bah, que animal. O microfone tá ruim, Chris.
Flew out, went to a space station, looked down at ArcCorp, then quantum travel, flew through the space. We haven't done any loading. It's all in the same star system. And now we're in orbit, like high orbit, actually, well, quite a ways out from Hurston, which is another planet inside the Stanton system. ArcCorp is owned by ArcCorp. In the Stanton system, the UE leased each one of the major Earth-type planets to different corporations. In this case, it's Hurston Dynamics, which primarily is a weapons manufacturer. And Hurston itself is the kind of, it's the sort of planet that is what happens when there is no regulation and there's no environmental protection. So it's probably going to be like China in 100 years or America after the EPA's been dismantled.
Lord of Highway Hurston.
So let's just head down, and this will be an example of a different style of planet and ecosystem biome. And we're still early days on this because obviously we're still getting 3.0 out views of the environment, and the sort of procedural planet team have been working on ArcCorp and Hurston because they finished all their 3.0 stuff, and we're preparing for the next major release.
Isso aí vai vir depois da 3.0, né?
Remember, all this is work in progress, and it'll be a lot better and cooler when you actually get your hands on it in the future. So we're just gonna do a short distance quantum travel. So we actually we have two kinds of quantum travel in 3.0 and beyond. One is a long distance one, like the one we went between ArcCorp and Hurston, between major celestial bodies. And then we have short distance quantum travel that allows you to
dois tipos, quer dizer, na verdade vão ter mais de um tipo de quantum drive, que vai ser os quantum drive para longas distâncias e os quantum drive para curtas distâncias também. Seja bem-vindo, Calvin. Obrigado pelo follow, cara. E aí, Machine, como é que tá? Tudo tranquilo? E aí, Harrison? Galera chegando, velho. O cara falou que essa é a primeira versão de Hurston, então muita coisa ainda vai mudar, hein? Quero ver a reentrada, cara. Ah, meu hype aqui tá astronômico. Chegou a ver as cidades procedurais? Eu acho que eles desativaram as partículas, cara. Pra não dar problema. Bom, apesar que tem partícula ali pra caralho, né? A hora que acabou o Quantum Drive, tinha partícula ali. As naves não estão queimando. Será que Hurston não tem atmosfera? Ah, aí, tava sentindo falta. Foi bem pouquinha coisa. Que dali não é floresta não, cara. Hurston é um planeta mega poluído. Que dali deve ser alguma gosma verde em cima do planeta. Onde é que tá o Lindzone, cara? Ora, Harrison, pelo que eu vi aqui, ele mirou a nave e entrou. Mas eu acho que vai ter sim, cara, a posição para entrar direto pro planeta, porque senão, dependendo da velocidade do ângulo que tu entrar, a turbulência e a queima, né, no casco da nave podem causar dano nela, né? E tu pode acabar se dando mal. Olha só, cara, o efeito de partícula, velho. Tá muito bonito. Não, a atmosfera no sentido de mecânica LW Play. Que tipo, tu pode colocar água no planeta e dizer que ele tem atmosfera, entendeu?
The oceans have all been ported over to GPU, and ultimately, we're not doing it here, but you know, there actually has. If we get low enough, you'll probably see it's full wave simulation. And we get low enough, we want to have the thing where the wake from the ship creates waves. That's not in yet, but we will be doing that at some point.
Que bonito, cara.
Well, you know. But we're heading in our way to Lawville, which is the main landing zone on Hurston. So.
O cara já gastou metade do combustível de Afterburn. Ah, vai ser bonito aí o cara andar pelos planetas, hein? Eu não sei se é a transmissão deles ou o FPS que tá meio baixo. O pessoal de Hurston é muito porco, meu. Eles destruíram com o planeta. Eles não estão nem aí pra minerar. LW perguntando se já tem alguma nave que suporta entrar na água. Na verdade, cara, a gente não tem mecânica de água especificamente. Existe essa informação ainda, entendeu? Mas provavelmente algumas naves vão poder sim entrar na água.
As we move forward, we've just sort of beginning of fleshing out sort of the secondary locations and objects.
Ah, tá bonito pra caramba, velho.
Things like, you know, big, you know, macro vehicles.
Tô ficando nervoso.
Excavating dirt and stuff, and give it a lot more variety, because Hurston's going to have quite a few more echoes.
Eu não sei se eu tô gritando no microfone, tá, galera? Porque eu tô com um fone bem alto aqui.
Let's head up towards Hurston. You can actually see in the distance the big Hurston dynamic. It's sort of like the Tyrell building from Blade Runner.
Tá de
That's
boas?
the main area, and actually when you land in Hurston, that's where you're likely to land, and it has all these beautiful shops inside, and it's all nice, but the outside of it's all kind of small.
Mas se tu pode entrar na água, WP, os piratas também podem.
Polluted air. So let's fly up.
Mas é só pra te saber, tá?
And again, Lawville's built using the same.
Porque o Roberts já falou que vai ter sim naves que vão ir pra água, tá?
The same sort of distribution tech that we do to sort of build out a city at a realistic scale for the ships that we have in the games, you know, which is kind of important for our game because we want to have everything feel real, visceral, tactile.
Eu me lembro daquele primeiro gameplay onde o cara tinha que solicitar a aterrissagem no planeta.
And you can sort of appreciate just the sheer scale of these planets because, you know, off in the distance Hurston didn't look very big, and now we're flying through it, and you know, it's yeah, these are pretty tall.
Olha as naves paradas ali. Que nem. Até me esqueci que eu tava comentando. Ah, que nem eu tinha falado, o primeiro demo, o cara tinha que pedir permissão da atmosfera e a nave era guiada automaticamente, né? Pra landing zone, cara. Agora não tem mais isso. O cara tá passeando por ali? Impressão minha. Os FPS tá meio baixo, acho.
Glenn likes to show off. So let's sort of head to the outskirts outside the city because we want to sort of give you a sense of kind of what it's like in the ecosystems outside, and then also the sense of scale that you get. Because, you know, when you're flying around...
Não, nem todas as naves vão ir da Play, isso aí tá certo.
Pretty fair clip relatively. I don't think they'd like you flying around, say, Frankfurt at this
Vão ter naves específicas que vão poder ir pra água e vão ter veículos aquáticos também, tá?
Able to, you know, fly over a planet and then get down on the ground.
Assim como vão ter veículos terrestres, vão ter veículos aquáticos também.
The main city areas and find a landing spot.
Sério que ele vai aterrissar? Ou ele só reduzir a velocidade? Nossa, cara, o efeito de partículas tá muito bom.
Find one that's not rock. There you go.
Nossa, cara, os trens de pouso estão muito legais. Acho que ele deixou a nave ligada. Olha só, cara.
So here we are, we're down on the ground, and actually you can sort of see the large structures off in the distance, which maybe didn't look so big when we're flying over them, but really actually are quite massive.
O cara só tá com 55 batimentos cardíacos, os caras tá morrendo.
Outside Lawville. And let's,
Ah, mas fez o trem de pouso, funcionou ali, Harrison. Deu pra ver a suspensão funcionando.
And again, this is sort of what our goal is to try to kind of deliver the kind of, you know, on foot, first person, crisis level of detail for the environments.
Ah, tá muito bonito. E aí, moçada, como é que tá, cara?
And you know, on a planetary scale, so it's quite challenging, but you know, very.
Sim, ainda falta ainda algumas mecânicas, até porque essa é uma das primeiras versões, né, dessa tecnologia aí deles.
Incredibly talented, and I'm pretty excited by the potential. I mean, we've got a lot to go in terms of further ecosystems, also creating fauna for planets. So there's a sense of wildlife. Some could be hostile, some could be passive. But you know, we essentially want to make these planets living places that feel visceral.
Acho que ainda falta, Losada, uma mecânica de gravidade melhor, tá ligado?
You know, they match with the sort of story and the history and the lore, and they feel tactile. They feel like a place that you could visit, a place that you could go and tell stories of, and take you know, pictures of, or share with your friends.
Ah, cara, eu queria muito ver a mecânica de cargo funcionando.
Can use that to get a bit closer into the city.
Será que vai bugar?
Systems activating. Systems on.
Ah, tá bonita. LW falando que planeta feio é porque, se não me engano, me corrija se eu estiver errado, Hurston, ele é uma fabricante de armas e eles não estão nem aí pro planeta, eles destruíram todo o ecossistema do planeta, entendeu? Eles poluíram demais ele com produção e mineração, por isso que ele é feio assim. E aí, Teixeira, beleza, cara?
Glenn, you're just showing off now.
É, a Nox ainda tá meio bugada, eu acho, pelo jeito.
Sim, it's just a show off, Glenn.
Ó, o cara vai chegar na cidade pro chão, ó.
So here we're sort of coming to the outskirts of one of the city, the factory areas of Lawville.
Bah, que legal, cara. Não, travado ali. Achei 55 batimentos cardíacos meio baixo, né? Não é 80 geralmente normal?
And again, we just have the beginnings of sort of our NPC population system. So some of the other stuff besides the interior procedural stuff is, longer term we're working on sort of a background crowd
tá bonito,
simulation system, a traffic simulation for ships coming and going in the background. The Nox says it's a little physics bugs going on. Then we have foreground NPCs.
2 bugs até agora e nem achei tão grave até o momento.
Stuff like that. But all the places will get populated and feel like they're full of life. So you'll have like I said, the whole goal is to have 90% NPCs to 10% players in the universe.
Tá dando umas travadas
FPS. When you
FPS.
go to a place like Lawville or a place like ArcCorp, it has to feel like, it has millions of people in it because these cities are at that scale and that's sort of what we're used to. And so we're working very hard to build background systems to be able to do that, scale it, create them on demand, and create a realistic feeling location on whatever planet you're visiting. So as you can see, there's the Hurston Dynamics main building off in the distance. So it's again, that gives you a sense of like the scope and the scale of the city really is compared to what we're doing there.
Olha só os trens, caras, que massa.
And as I said, one of the things we're working on is fauna. So so these are the Oni, the cypherpunks, Oni crabs.
Ei, Peach, seja bem-vindo, cara.
Hurston, and there's quite a few other things that we're going to have on Hurston. We'll do it, but you'll have them running around and a bunch of other ones. But there you go. There's Lawville. There's Hurston.
Ah, gameplay fudido, hein?
So that's the sort of preview of where we're going, and you can see the amount of attention to detail and the amount of love and hard work that's going in from the team to do that, because we really want to build out the universe of Star Citizen to the level that matches the vision of us and you guys, plus all the amazing concept art that everyone's done. So people could say, no, you can't, that's crazy to do that. Well, our goal is to actually do it. And so they've been doing a great job. A lot of the team here that's worked on this is here. And I actually, at the end of here, I'd like to get all the team members up on the stage, people that have been showing stuff on the floor, help put the demos together, helping assist, do the live stream. So everyone that isn't necessary to run the cameras and live stream, why don't you come up on stage here to get a well-deserved round of applause. So come on. And where's Sandy? Let's bring Sandy out. Here we go.
Seja bem-vindo, Samaya. Obrigado pelo follow, cara. Ah, a galera ajudou no evento, hein? Aquele cara sempre faz os gameplay, né?
Come in, random ship. Hi, welcome to the neighborhood.
Get my guys, come
A
on.
princípio acabou sim, Leonardo. Tu vê só em gameplay do negócio que nem tá pronto ainda. Deu menos bug que a 3.0. Cara! Teve 2 bugs só o tempo todo da apresentação, cara. Que louco.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen,
Cara, que eles não fizeram muita coisa, né?
He's quite shy, but he's actually the prime engineer behind the procedural. He has quite a few other people in the engine team that are doing, but a lot of all this fine stuff
Não teve muito gameplay se vocês forem parar pra pensar, mas... Cara, o que eles apresentaram foi foda. Eles apresentaram como vai ser os planetas com cidade.
I like to call out Marco because he's quite shy. He doesn't really want to have any attention. That's why he didn't want to do a panel or anything, but I like to embarrass him. But well done, Marco. It's awesome stuff. And the environment team that built all that stuff did an amazing job. I mean, you met quite a few of them. There's Michelle Cooper back here. Where's Ian? Ian somewhere. There's Ian. Pascal,
Na verdade, se tu parar pra pensar, eles não mostraram nada da 3.0. Isso aí, nada é 3.0. Então 3.1, 3.2 ou mais à frente.
Yeah. There's Dan Truffin in the back who put together all the little NPCs for ArcCorp and stuff. What's that? Yeah. Oh yeah, where's Josh? That's what I see. And where's Josh Herman? There he is, hiding in the back. So obviously the characters and for the Oni crab, and we got quite a few other creatures in the pipeline, right, Josh? Yeah, it's gonna be good. But everyone, I mean, honestly, everyone here has done an amazing job, and all the volunteers that have helped us do the event. It's been pretty awesome. I mean, I hope you guys like the new format.
Que foda, hein? Fiquei impressionado com o sistema dos caras.
I'm not gonna. Is someone gonna say something on the?
Acho que eles vão gastar tipo assim uns 3, 4 anos só criando ferramenta de geração procedural. E depois eles vão passar mais 1 ou 2 anos só criando os sistemas.
There you go. It's a little cake. Here, come on, Sandy. We want some cake. All right, Jared. Here, Jared. Go, Jared. There you go.
Esse descolando é muito louco, mano.
All right, now I've got blue on my hands. All right, okay. All right, but thank you. And by the way, the other thing that
cara, valeu, cara. Eu gostei muito da apresentação.
Tem
muita informação importante ali. Não vimos nada das 3.0, nós vimos além.
Because we couldn't be making this game and doing stuff at this level of ambition without all your guys' support. So every day we are grateful that you guys allow us to be doing this. So thank you very much.
Que loucura, né?
And with that, I think we'll see you in the verse. Yeah? All right. Okay, guys. All right, now I need to get my hands clean. Yeah, I'm going to get my hands clean.